The statistics are startling, but the numbers speak for themselves. Did you know that there are only a dozen deaf priests in the whole United States, and that 2 of them hail from Western Massachusetts? Both of them, by the way, are graduates of Cathedral High School.
Correspondent Peggy Weber got a chance to visit with each one, and this past October brought us this profile of Jesuit Father Joe Bruce and Father Sean Carey.
Getting ready to say Mass requires preparation from all priests. However, Father Sean Carey, one of the Archdiocese of Boston's newest priests, has to put in some extra effort. As a new parochial vicar at St. John's Parish in Hopkinton, he meets with Cher Allen, a sign language interpreter. She will voice the liturgy in the interview for Father Carey. Going the extra mile is nothing unusual for the energetic priest. At Cathedral, he had to work extra hard.
It was a challenge because there was no interpreters there. I was the only person there. I'd have to borrow somebody's notes. I always sat in the front and watched the teacher.
It was there, too, that he first thought of the priesthood.
But my sense of a vocation did start in Cathedral High School. And then I thought about a little bit of it in college, because I would see the priests playing soccer with us, and I think, wow, that's awesome, neat. And I'd see them socializing with the students. So I thought a little bit more about it then.
He said he loved his time at Providence College, but thought he wanted to be a lawyer. Still, God pursued him.
I always felt like kind of God caught up with me no matter where I was. He was there.
God caught up with Jesuit Father Joe Bruce as well. While at Holy Cross College, he discerned his vocation. Back then, a deaf priest required a dispensation in order to be ordained. He said it is amazing that 2 of the nation's deaf priests are from Cathedral.
I think that's wonderful. It shows that Cathedral continue to produce miracles.
Sister St. Joseph Carol LaRue has worked in deaf ministry for more than 25 years and knows both priests.
It goes without saying, we're just very proud of Father Joe Bruce and Father Sean Carey. I know several of our deaf priests and deacons and sisters around the country and in Canada, but to have 2 of them from Western Mass is just phenomenal. So we're very proud of our native sons.
And Father Carey's parents, who are both Cathedral grads, share that good feeling about what their son has accomplished.
Sure makes us, his mother and I very proud. No doubt it's quite an accomplishment considering all he had to go through to learn in the years of school and so forth. So it's just say we're beaming with pride over that.
Kathy Landry Carey recalled how her son had to struggle.
When he was younger, it was, it was one tough roadblock after the other, and we just were always there supporting him along the way. And I always told Sean, you can do whatever you want to do. Despite the fact that you cannot hear, you can do whatever you want to do.
Father Carey listened to his mom and dad. He, like Father Bruce, attended Clark School for the Deaf in Northampton and worked very hard in the classroom. The 2 priests have had many barriers, and both acknowledge that being deaf can be isolating, especially at church.
And I had to depend on the missal in Mass. That was really hard, and the homily was really hard. That would go right over my head. And I hope that people around the world will not have to experience that. That I want them to be able to experience God in their life and not feel so isolated.
We believe in the one Lord Jesus Christ, the only Son of God.
Father Bruce heads up the Office for Deaf Catholics in the Archdiocese of Providence. He said that deaf people are often misunderstood.
Deaf Catholics can have active faith life.
Father Carey said that he is enjoying his first assignment.
This is a hearing parish, basically. They have been wonderful, though. It really has been a situation where my deafness has not been a block. And it's good for them to be able to see that any person can do anything, no matter what a disability they may have.
And seeing her son ordained this year was a great feeling for Father Carey's mom.
To look back over the years and to see how much he struggled and how hard it was for him. And all the people along the way, there were many who just said that, you know, the naysayers, that he would never really be able to do anything. When we first found out that he was deaf, they just said, just take him home, he's deaf and he'll never be able to do anything. And every achievement along the way, just to graduate from Clark School, to go to Cathedral High School, to go to college, to be able to work, and never in my wildest dreams did I believe that he would be ordained a priest. And that was the most joyous day of my life. To see your son being ordained a Catholic priest.
A lot of people are thrilled and proud regarding the achievements of Father Joe Bruce and Father Sean Carey, including Principal John Miller, who was happy that 2 deaf priests are cathedral grads.
Well, it was a great coincidence, and I was thrilled to learn about that. And I'm glad that we've been able in our school to help these 2 men grow in their spirituality and in their self-discovery.
Miller said Cathedral has continued to have a good relationship with Clark School for the Deaf, and 3 deaf students just graduated this past June. For now, the classes of 1969 and 1991 can boast about these 2 grads. Father Bruce will continue his ministry in Rhode Island and beyond. He is fluent in Spanish. And Father Carey will work hard in his new assignment while cheering on the Patriots and the Red Sox. He also enjoys bike riding and going to the movies. And he noted that he still looks back fondly to his days at Providence College. They may be a minority, but they show they are willing to work hard, extra hard, to serve God and others. For Real to Real, I'm Peggy Weber.